Join the Central Coast Social Network. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. KZOZ.
I mean, we're like 10 seconds into the show, and I'm surprised you haven't brought up Krispy Kreme or anything like that, because today's Donut Day.
It's Donut Day? What do you mean? Like, oh, I love Krispy Kreme, the best donut. The best donut. Actually, Slow Doco's got a really good
Dolly's
donut
Donuts
too.
is the best donut.
Dolly's? What the hell is a Dolly donut?
Dolly's Donuts.
What about Jelly Rolls?
This is stupid.
This is a good roll
I saw
right here.
that today's Donut Day and tomorrow's National Jelly Donut Day. I'm like, what, Jelly Donut? You want your own special day? Dude, what the hell? What do we got to do for you? You're not getting enough attention on Donut Day? Every other donut's covered. Maple bars, chocolate bars, cinnamon twists. They're all covered.
Whoa. What about
today.
the cream-filled donut, like the Bismarck? With the chocolate
Sure.
and the custard.
Yeah, that too. You didn't need its own day. Then Jelly Donut's like, I'm going to need my own day. Tomorrow is my day because you guys had your donut today. Well, how about this, Jelly Donut? We're not celebrating you at all today then, if that's the case. Have fun on your own lone day, a day when most people, it's a Saturday, most people will be cooking breakfast and you will go forgotten, Mr. Jelly Donut. Is Jelly Donut and Jelly Roll same thing? No.
Jelly roll? I don't know. I've never had a jelly roll. As a matter of fact, every time I search jelly roll, I just get Son of a Sinner. By the way, sold out show at the California Mid-State Fair, jelly roll.
Off of one song? He was able to
No, he's got a few other songs. He's got a few other songs.
Is he the country equivalent to the Chainsmokers? Remember the Chainsmokers? They were like a big deal for like 1 year, and they came and sold out the fair, and then I've never heard of the Chainsmokers since then.
It's so hard to look up jelly roll. I don't know anything about the Chainsmokers, sorry. Without getting jelly roll, the singer.
The singer.
So if you write in jelly roll
Whatever.
donut, then you get jelly filled donuts. How about pastry? What is a jelly? Oh, no. Okay, I've seen these before. You know who does these? That one company that always has their stuff in the bakery in the box. Intimates, whatever that's called. They do a jelly roll. So it's actually, think of like, remember the ho-ho? And then they had the one that rolled up when it had the a swirl of the white filling. That's what a jelly roll looks like.
Okay.
Except for it's jelly in there. So it's like it's a rolled up cake is pretty much with jelly in the swirl. That's a jelly.
Oh, so it's not even a jelly donut.
No,
like jelly donut. Is
and as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for the artist Jelly Roll, I don't even know if we would even know what a jelly roll is, like the pastry, because of him, I actually looked it up.
I would have thought it was just jelly donut.
Yeah,
because I mean that guy looks like a jelly donut.
So you're telling me
if in person form.
Friday, June 7th is Donut Day.
Today.
And Saturday,
yes,
tomorrow is Jelly Roll Day. Well, what's Sunday then? Is it anything?
No. Saturday is Jelly Donut Day.
Oh, Jelly Donut.
But no, that's the problem. Like donut is not good enough. Donut Day is not good enough for Jelly Donut. So Jelly Donut needs to be like, no, I need a special day for me because I'm that special of a donut.
What is your favorite jelly filling?
It's a donut.
Mine is raspberry.
None.
Raspberry.
I think that donut is a little indulgent, to be honest with you.
The jelly donut?
Yes.
Okay.
Like a big jar of jelly inside of a donut. I mean, it's like when I use jelly, I use it sparingly. It's supposed to be like, something that adds to the experience, but not the main ingredient. When you bite into a jelly donut, dude, it's gross, man. It's like,
oh no, I like a jelly donut as long as it's raspberry, not cherry or.
But the ratio's all thrown off.
It is.
The ratio is all thrown off.
Well, you got to go to a good bakery. If you just go to like the grocery store bakery, then yeah, they just shove it in there. They put it on one side. Like I got a Bismarck, which is the vanilla custard cream filled donut with the chocolate on top, and I didn't get any of that custard until the very end. That's always been one of my favorites is the Bismarck. And then Still don't know why it's named after a battleship, but I'm sure there's a reason. I could look it up. But and then
When I was a kid, we used to go to Dunkin' Donuts all the time.
Yeah.
And they had one that was like a jelly-filled donut, but it was vanilla frosting inside the donut. And dude, you want to talk about just diabetes in a donut, man. That was it. Right there. It was just vanilla frosting shoved inside of a donut. It was disgusting.
Our poll question today should be cake. I don't know what the other donut. I'm not a cake donut fan. I like whatever a glazed donut is. Whatever you call that type of donut. That is a good donut.
A raised, you're talking about a raised donut. Yes.
Okay, that's like a glazed.
Not a cake donut.
Yeah, not a cake.
Raised donut has the air inside of it. You like it with the air inside of it.
Yes,
right?
I don't like the cake. It's too dense and filling, and I like a donut that melts in your mouth.
Donut, I'm with you on this, Jeremy. That's not even a donut. That's just a cupcake.
It's a cake.
Okay?
Yeah.
That they fried the outside of.
Yeah. Which, I like that part.
Cake donuts are terrible.
You can weigh in 805-543-3693. Now, the shot for you to win tickets to see Rumors of Fleetwood Mac know the show today. It's a 4-pack. More on that coming up.
93.3 KZOZ rocks. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Okay, so 55% of Americans are freezing their leftovers so they can eat them later.
Yeah.
Is there any leftovers that you can't freeze?
I think you can freeze everything. What would you not be able to freeze? I mean, like soup, you can freeze. I freeze.
I'm thinking like pasta that you made. Like,
Oh yeah, I freeze lasagna all the
pasta.
time. Yeah.
After you've cooked it?
Yep. Cooked it, froze it, let it cool down, obviously. Froze it, and
Is
then.
it frozen lasagna to begin with?
Well, one time it was, one time it wasn't. Okay. So the one time it was, I thought it was fine. And the other time it was, I picked it up from a deli and it was fresh made and cooked it, ate it, and then froze the leftovers. Because I bought 2 trays and we only needed 1. I thought we might need 2. And it works good. Mm-hmm. I mean, but I'm not picky. And you know what? I think if your wife, I know she probably doesn't approve this because she's not into leftovers really about anything. But if you didn't even tell her, I don't think it would matter. I think she would probably be like,
no, I don't think she would know.
I don't think she would know it at all. I love doing that.
She lives in the same house as me, so she does involuntary inventory on all these things, and she sees something in the freezer, and she knows that, okay,
what is
I
this?
get served
What is
that,
this crap? You better not try to serve that to me.
Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts on freezing leftovers, cooking leftovers again, and then refreezing them?
I'm okay with that. I'm telling you what, the freezer is pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, the thing you don't want to do is like leave something in the freezer too long and it gets air to it because then it gets freezer burn and then it tastes bad. I used to think, I could eat freezer burn. What is the big deal? It's terrible. It is a terrible
on meat. It makes a huge difference. Like chicken, really my God!
I had some of that Costco. I love to get the bratwursts, and it got a little hole in it somehow when it was in the freezer. I think something probably nicked it because I just leave it in that cellophane wrapper, the styrofoam, and then it's got the clear plastic over the top of it, whatever, the saran wrap type stuff. And I just throw it in the freezer. Well, I probably should have taken it out, put it in freezer bags, or vacuum sealed it. And I didn't. And so, one of the pieces of meat, I took a bite into the end of it and I was like, I had to spit it out. I was like, oh, this tastes like, it's weird how it tastes like chemicals, but it's very
and chewy,
bad, stale chemicals. It's a weird flavor. Freezer burn is, if you don't like somebody, serve them freezer burned. It's disgusting.
Hey, I'm having a barbecue. You should come over.
Trying to think. We freeze bread.
Ever invite you over.
You ever freeze bread to preserve it?
Yeah, we do that all the time. That's great. I mean, because you buy, so at Costco, you have to buy, like, they have this really good bread, but you have to buy 2 loaves of it, right? Because it's freaking Costco.
Exactly.
And,
you got to freeze one of them.
Huge loaf. And we freeze one of them, and it ends up fine. When you put it in the refrigerator for a day after you've frozen it, and it's perfectly fine. It's great. Other things people are doing to reduce waste in the food area as we sit in a recessionary period is they wrap their celery in foil to make it last longer. Would you ever think to do that?
I had no idea. No, I didn't know you could do that. Okay.
Try that next time.
I wonder if that would work with cucumbers.
We throw out half of our celery.
Yeah.
Every single time.
My wife and I get in a big argument all the time about, the bags at the grocery store that you put the produce in, the little plastic bags on the rollers. And she puts the produce just right in the fridge in those bags. I'm like, no, you got to take it out, man. It needs to, that's not good for all that moisture is in there. It's going to rot faster. Like, you need to take it out of those bags. Those bags are just meant for you to take it home in. It's not meant for you to store your food in. Otherwise, they would store it that way in the store, but it's always out fresh. She goes, well, that's
I never thought about that, but you're making a great argument. You really are.
Because they get wet from the sprinklers, the misters, and then in that bag, and there's no air. I don't know. I feel like you need to take that stuff out. If anybody has any expertise on this, and we know there's a lot of you, 805-543-3693, call or text. But yeah, it drives me nuts. And every time I see a produce in the drawer with a bag in it, I just rip it off, and then I'm like, hey, I thought we talked about this. Oh, I forgot. I'm like, no, you didn't. You think you're right.
I do this, but I don't let anybody know that I do this. So this is a refrigerator confession, if you will. My wife has this propensity to buy sausage, and sausage goes bad, right? So she buys it like in packs of 5 because we go through a lot of the Farmer John's Lynx sausages. So she'll buy like 5 of them, but sometimes the expiration dates will not match up. So I'll go through and I'll take inventory and I'll stick the ones that are going to expire last on the bottom and the ones that are going to expire first on top. So when somebody goes into the refrigerator to grab it to make the sausage, then they'll be grabbing the ones that won't go to waste. And a lot of people will do that, according to this article that I got the 55% statistic from. Organizing the stuff in order in your refrigerator in which it will go bad.
Yeah, like milk. When you go to the grocery store, they usually put the dates that are going to go bad first up front, and then I push all that away, and I go to the back and I grab the old one.
Yes, I do the same thing.
But I got to say,
totally.
You know what? What was yesterday? Yesterday was the 6th. And I had a half gallon of 2% Lucerne milk that said the best by date was May 26th. And I finished that yesterday, and it was fine.
No!
It was
How are you still here today?
I opened it up, I smelled it. I'm like, gosh, it doesn't smell like it's spoiling. I put it in a glass, I smelled it, took a little sip. I'm like, dude, it's fine. And I wanted to have I only had a little bit of milk left in it, and I had, my wife came back from a trip, so she had one of those cookies, those peanut butter 2-pack cookies that you get from whatever, grandma's or whatever it's called. And I was like, ooh, I need this.
Those are good.
Yeah. But I wanted a little milk with it. And I was like, I was just going to dump it out. And I'm like, oh, I forgot this was in there because it was behind the almond milk. And I was like, oh, let me just smell this. I'm like, wow, I can't believe it doesn't smell. Yeah, can you believe that? I had a good batch there. Whoever pasteurized that son of a bitch did a great job. They deserve a medal. I know. I would have never believed it until I did it. I was like, I got to tell Jeff about this.
It's a ringing endorsement for Lucerne milk over other milks.
That would be torture in your household, wouldn't it? Like if you tied your wife up, not that you would, and you fed her milk that was expired 2 weeks, and that would probably be worse than waterboarding her, wouldn't it?
She throws it out. It makes me so mad. She throws it out like the day before it expires. Drives me crazy.
93.3 KZOZ rocks. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Congratulations going out to Cheryl Woods of Paso Robles, our grand prize winner in the big win. She won those tickets to the sold-out Robert Plant, Allison Krauss show. She's got the VIP bracelets, and she's got a ride on the Slow Safe Ride motor coach. Thanks to everybody who played and won. We got so many great shows still coming up that you're going to be going to see. Don't forget, if there's a concert you want to go to, you can find the link at kzoz.com to grab tickets.
So, my affinity for foods that kids eat, like kids' food.
Yeah,
I like it all.
Crustables.
I like chicken nuggets. Uncrustables. I like Uncrustables. I like corn dogs. I like Otter Pops.
Corn dog is not a kid's food. Corn dog is a man food. It's an adult food.
Okay, if you say so.
I mean, I'm sure kids.
Unfortunately,
eat it,
my kids don't
corn dog.
They don't like corn dogs, which is weird. They don't like hot dogs. You know what ruined my kids on hot dogs? This is a side note.
Joey Chestnut
on this topic.
on 4th of July watching him.
Yep. They watched him one year. They loved hot dogs. And then after they watched him, they're like, nope, not eating hot dogs ever again.
Every time
like,
I watch
why?
him, I want to eat a hot dog. I'm like, man, I wish I'd give me some Nathan's right now.
No. I watched my daughter look on in horror when she was watching the Nathan's competition, and she was like, ugh. And then I it's 4th of July weekend, so I'm sure we're making hot dogs at some point. So you want a hot dog? She's like, nope. I'm never eating them again. It's okay. The one thing that they do have around the house all the time that I can't stand, that will sit for a long period of time, but my son goes through cartons of it, is Goldfish. The Goldfish snack cracker.
Oh, what's wrong with those? Those are great.
These.
Oh, yeah, I like those. A Pepperidge Farm Goldfish cracker. I'm a fan. Now, my wife, she's the one that turned me on to them. I never had them before I met her. I was a Cheez-It guy. And back in the day, a cheese nip guy. Did you ever have a cheese nip before the cheese?
Yeah, they're gross.
Yeah, they really are. I used to eat them,
gross.
and now I'm like, why did I ever eat those? Those were not very good
Yeah.
at all. So
Yeah, I used to be of the same.
I'd rather have a Goldfish.
I think they changed the recipe. on the cheese nip. They went cheap, and Cheez-It just surpassed them by leaps and bounds. Cheez-Its are good.
I'm getting hungry now.
Goldfish are like, to me, Goldfish tastes like cheap Cheez-Its. They're just not that good, but they're coming out with
They don't have the
spicy
flavor
dill
that
pickle.
Cheez-It has, for sure. Yeah. Oh, so
No, it doesn't. It's not as it's boring. It's bland. I mean, it doesn't have any taste. I just don't understand Goldfish.
stop. You cut out. You need to go back to I just don't understand. Just say I just don't understand.
I just don't understand why my son likes them so much. They're just bland. They're coming out with a Goldfish spicy dill pickle flavor. Is that something you're going to give a whirl?
Oh yeah. I'll be all over that. I can't wait to try that. I mean, the thing about Goldfish is, I'm trying to think the last time I had it. It was like I was hungry. I think I was done like fishing for the day, and I had Goldfish and some beef jerky, and those two go well together with I think I had water left in my cooler.
What kind of beef jerky? You eat them at the same time?
Yeah, it was the pepper from the Old Trapper. That's the only one I like. I like the Old Trapper peppered. Black pepper. It's pretty good.
So you take Goldfish and you put them in your mouth, and then you take a bite of beef jerky?
No.
Versa?
I was
And
eating the
then you
beef
mix them
jerky,
together?
and then I'm like, okay, I need something to break it up, and then I had some Goldfish, and I'm like, and then I'm going to go back to the beef jerky.
I get it.
And I don't eat them at the same time.
Shots of beef jerky with a Goldfish chaser. I
Yeah,
get it.
Goldfish chaser ain't bad. That's not bad there.
Yeah.
Problem is just like
Okay,
a
well,
lot of these
spicy-
crackers, they get stuck in your teeth though. So Goldfish, I think, are the worst. They're even worse than Cheez-Its. And you got to fish them out of your teeth.
Spicy dill pickle. Is that a cracker that you're going to try? Listen, I'm a big proponent of dill pickle flavored chips. I've not met one that I don't like.
I have never had.
I don't
dill
think I
pickle
could get on board with this.
flavored chip, and I can't wait to try that and these. Yeah, I'm on board for sure. It's got to be better than pizza
Spicy dill
flavored.
pickle.
Pizza flavored chips.
Pizza flavored anything is so like what?
Pizza's
like,
pizza. Leave it alone.
What kind of pizza? Man, what kind of pizza are you guys eating? Like, it does not taste like this. Like, this is not pizza flavor. Pizza flavored combos, pizza flavored Pringles, pizza flavored, what's another pizza flavored thing that I've had? Oh, the pizza flavored Goldfish. They're gross too. They're nasty. Disgusting.
When are these
Like
going to be
that,
out?
they're
Are they
so-
out now, or what do we?
They're
have to
so
wait?
bad. They're so bad that when my son got Goldfish and he saw that they were pizza flavored, that's like his two favorite foods, he was like, ugh, that's gross. That's how bad pizza flavor is. They are coming out. They're rolling out right now. They're out right now. You can look for them in the stores right now. Spicy dill pickle Goldfish.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.